So, you just opened a new Redbubble shop and you're waiting for your sales to start just flowing in, $1,000 a month, first month. But I got news for you. Here's what you really should expect, and stay tuned till the end of the video for some bonus tips. What's going on, guys? It's your friend Jack here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a shop I opened 1 month ago with now, right at this moment, has 90 designs. So I'm going to tell you guys something that you guys should expect, what you should expect, what type of shop I'm doing, and all that good stuff for new Redbubble sellers to make more sales in the future if you stay tuned till the end of the video. That's not to say I'm not going to be explaining throughout this whole video. I'm just going to be telling you guys things along the way, and each part of the video is going to be equally as valuable as the other part, so smash the like button if you enjoy this content. So, there are two types of shops you can have on Redbubble. You can have a niche shop and a general shop. Each of these shops has their own benefits and disadvantages, but generally if you're making your first shop, I would suggest a general shop. The shop that I'm going to be covering today is my niche shop. However, the results and the tips I'm going to give you are going to apply to both. So when you have a niche or general shop, there's also another thing to keep in mind is that do you have trending designs or do you have evergreen designs? And trending designs are basically designs that, are hot, they're keywords, they get searched once and they die off after a month or two, where evergreen designs, you can make a lot less money in a short amount of time, but you can make money over time. So it's consistent. It's a lot more consistent than a trend. A trend goes like this and then goes right back down. An evergreen, it goes up and it kind of stays there, right? So that's the point of evergreen versus trend design. So keep that in mind. I'm not using any trending designs on my shop. So these results are going to be more evergreen results, but you could see a big spike in numbers if you hit a trend and catch it good, as in like you actually make sales from it, you actually get a lot of traction. However, that's still not an easy task on Redbubble. The reason it's not easy is because anyone, and I mean pretty much anyone, can post to Redbubble. I love that about Redbubble, how low the barrier to entry is, but it also does create a lot of competition, especially for trending. Now, with all that being said, let's go take a look at my shop, and I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks while we're looking at the analytics of the first month in my shop. Alright, so here we are, we're over on my shop analytics. And you're going to see today I actually have one user visit at around 6 a.m. So that's pretty interesting. However, when you're starting a shop initially, some of your traffic is going to be skewed by just people basically coming to new shops and favoriting things. I do have 51 favorites on my shop, but pretty much 0 of those are from actual people. What I mean is these are from other artists, people who aren't really interested in my designs most likely. They aren't from like accounts that really look like they're going to buy something. Their accounts are actually making something and kind of just favorite your work, so you go look at their work and favorite theirs. That's my opinion. But yeah, I wouldn't really trust the favorites at the beginning, especially if they're by people with profile pictures or established shops. It's kind of, not real favorites. They aren't really looking to buy something. Usually when people favorite, your favorites are pretty in sync with the amount of purchases you get a lot of the times. So with that being said, today I have 1 visitor, but if we go to past 7 days, I have 6 visitors. And if you're wondering how many designs I have on my shop, I have 94 designs, I believe. And these have been posted all in the past month. And this is a niche shop. So everything in the shop is in a niche. It's a pretty broad niche, but it's a niche down shop. It's not just random sayings and animals and jobs and hobbies. It is a niche down shop of one profession. Anyways, going forward, 6 users is not very many users, and especially when you take into account these probably weren't all people looking to buy things. These were other artists looking at my page, looking at competition, things like that too. So when you're in your first month of Redbubble, if we go to my past 90 days, you're gonna see I only have 16 users in 18 sessions. That's not even 1 user per every other design. So you're gonna be a little bit discouraged at first, yes, but here's the thing. You're not going to see huge amounts of traffic at the beginning, but organic search builds up over time, and trust me, on my other shop with a lot of designs, 2,300, but most of those designs don't get seen, but the ones that do and they get favorites and they get seen over time, they build an organic rank and they start to kind of snowball upwards, and they get higher and higher in search results, meaning the longer that you have your designs up, the better chances that there are that your design actually gets higher on the search result page, because you actually can make a reputable, listing where people favorite it, people buy it, things like that. So don't be discouraged right away. This is a slow process a lot of the time, especially with all the competition on Redbubble. If you can find a trend or an obscure niche, that's really good too, especially if it's a general shop, then you can kind of launch some of your sales off right away. However, what you should really expect in the first month, in the first 2 months, is make designs every single day. Don't even expect sales. I'm not going to say they're not going to come, but if you don't expect sales and you make designs regardless, these sales are going to come. Just make designs. Don't get too focused on the numbers, and just keep making your content. Keep making designs. Keep finding new ways to do niche research. Keep testing new niches. All that kind of stuff. Just keep working at it, and that's really the best advice I can give anyone. Because in all honesty, good things do take time, and this does not exclude Redbubble, especially with all the competition on Redbubble. When you're doing something like this, you need to stick with it for a long amount of time for it to actually be profitable or to see some sort of actual success. You need to stick with it, and it is going to take a lot of effort, but it doesn't have to be hard. You can make it fun, kind of design after dinner or design at night, have some fun with it, make like 2, 3, 4 designs, and then just upload them, right? You don't have to think too much of it. Just do it, and once you start seeing sales coming in, you're going to be even more motivated to do it. But if you can do it without the motivation of sales, it's even better, because then you're just going to keep pumping designs out no matter what. Now I'm going to scroll down to my traffic channels, and you're going to see most of them are directly searching off Redbubble. Only one of my searches was paid search, meaning Redbubble retargeted someone that already came to my listing, put an ad in front of them, and they clicked it. Something like that, something along those lines. So that is pretty also apparent that most people aren't coming to your shop right away. At least when you first make your shop, most of Redbubble's visitors are on existing listings that have been there for a while. That's where their eyes are going to, because your listings are new, fresh. Redbubble doesn't even know if they can really trust your listings. You don't have any reputation. So being able to build reputation and do things over time is really, really good, where you're going to be able to see a lot more sales. And if you can just stick with it, keep pumping out designs, keep making good quality designs and good quality niches, you're going to be able to see a lot more success on Redbubble. Now, this also goes for pretty much any other print-on-demand platform. It's going to take time to go from nothing to something. It's going to take some time, and you need to give it patience, but also you still need to be consistent and persistent in your work, especially when you're making designs. But when you're making designs for Redbubble or any of these print-on-demand platforms, keep in mind, if it doesn't sell on Redbubble, you can upload it to other platforms. You can upload it to Merch by Amazon. You can upload it to TeePublic. There's so many other places that you can go with this design. So many other print-on-demand companies and things you could do. So just because it didn't sell on one platform, even if you're really proud of it, don't be discouraged. I'm sure your work will be worth it if you just kind of take those skills from that design, apply it to another design, or post that design somewhere else. That's also a really good alternative. One last tip before we go, and I'll go full screen camera for this one. So this is actually going to be 2 tips wrapped into one, but pretty much what I want to tell you guys is that 80% of your designs are not going to sell, especially on Redbubble. For me, it's actually higher. It's more like 90%. So you have to remember that when you're making designs is that not everyone is going to sell. So don't take 2 hours on one design unless you're an artist and you're trying to make a very branded shop, then do that. But if you're just in this to make some money from simple designs, don't spend too long on your designs. If they look good, if you think someone buying a t-shirt, put it out and make sure your niches are in good places, because if your niches are cats and dogs, those are super highly competitive with millions of results, it's probably not going to get seen. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt to make designs in those niches. If you want to have some fun, go ahead and do it, but you shouldn't expect to get too many eyeballs on your listings with all the competition in those niches. Also, with that being said, 80% and 20%, that means 8 out of 10 designs are not going to sell, and honestly 5 out of 10 designs probably won't even get seen half the time, especially if your niches are too broad. So keep that in mind when you're making designs. And something to go along with this very final point is that if you don't see sales after 100 designs, just remember that you need to keep making designs and your chances of making sales go up drastically. So don't just stop at 100 and wait for a sale. Keep making designs, And then once you get one sale, you'll be more motivated. But the more you keep making designs and your designs going up and up and up, your chances of getting seen and getting bought are also going up and up and up. So if you want more sales quick, or you want to make a sale really quick, keep making designs and keep working at your Redbubble shop. Don't just give up because you hit 100 designs and you haven't made a sale. Keep making designs, keep working on your design factor, keep working on your niche research, and honestly, you can do it. So that's all I want to say for today. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful whatsoever, please smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome free content. It's been your friend Jack. I'll see you guys in the next frickin' video. If you made it to this point of the video, comment down below new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.